Mahabharata, Chapter 26, Part 2. Brihadashva teaches Yudhishthira the science of dice. After Arjuna had left for the Himalayas, his brothers and Draupadi continued to live in the Kamyaka forest. They missed him sorely, and they had no idea how long he might be away, or whether or not he would ever return. But they knew they would only be successful in their fight to regain the kingdom with Arjuna's assistance. Thus they prayed for his safe passage to the mountains and for his success in gaining the celestial weapons. Yudhishthira felt especially anguished. Bhima would frequently remind him of the gambling match. That mighty Pandava wanted only to take up arms and chastise the Kauravas. And despite his brother's counsel, Bhima could not see the point. He could not see the point of acting honorably toward dishonorable persons. Nor could he see how they would ever gain success by peaceful means. "As soon as we leave the forest," Bhima said one day to Yudhishthira, "the sinful Shakuni will immediately challenge you to another game of dice. You will not refuse, although you are still unskilled at the game. Surely you will lose your senses, and we shall again be consigned to the forest. O great prince, simply command me, and I shall destroy Duryodhana right now, even as a fire consumes a pile of grass." Yudhishthira consoled his brother. He never allowed himself to become angered by Bhima's words, which he knew were spoken out of affection. Bhima wanted nothing more than to see his elder brother rule as emperor of the world. As the Pandavas discussed among themselves, the rishi Brihadashva approached them. He emerged from the woods just as the sun comes out from behind a dark cloud. The brothers immediately bowed before him and offered him a seat, arghya, and other items. The sage was clad in deerskin and had matted hair. Yudhishthira folded his hands and said, "O Almighty One, due to the nefarious schemes of evil-minded gamblers, I have been deprived of my wealth and kingdom. My brothers now are suffering, and my wife has been humiliated. We are all exiled. My mind burns both with the remembrance of my enemies' cruel words and my own foolishness. I feel sorrow to think of my relatives and subjects. Now I have been deprived of my brother Arjuna's company. He is dearer to me than life itself. I remain awake the whole night, feeling his absence. Have you heard of any king or prince more unfortunate than me?" And Brihadashva replied that he knew the history of an ancient king who had ruled the Nishada tribespeople. He too had been defeated at dice by his brother and was exiled to the forest along with his wife. The king's name was Nala, and his wife's name was Damayanti. This story, the sage said, would destroy evil in people's minds and would pacify their heart. Yudhishthira requested him to please narrate the story in detail. It turned out that Nala and Damayanti's plight had been even worse than that which the Pandavas were now experiencing. After losing everything and being sent to the forest, the king and his wife had also been separated, and both had wandered alone for quite some time before they were finally reunited and regained their kingdom. You, on the other hand, O Yudhishthira, you are here with your brothers and wife, and you are surrounded by brahmanas. Do not grieve. Men of your caliber always understand that material happiness and distress come and go according to one's destiny. It is beyond human exertion to change it. The Rishi assured Yudhishthira that he could help him so that never again he would fall victim to Shakuni. I am acquainted with the science of dice, O virtuous hero, and I shall pass this knowledge unto you. Brihadashva then taught Yudhishthira the skills of the game and then took his leave.